name is Addison Johnson, and my speech is on closing the gap. When I was younger, I played on an AAU basketball team. An AAU basketball team is basically a travel team with 12 players on it, and no more than 2 players from each school can be on the same team. Of the 12 players on my team, 4 of them were black. Practices were mainly in the afternoon between 7:30 and 8:15. And sometimes parents weren't able to come and get their kids. So kids would get rides from other teammates. One night, my mother had offered one of my teammates a ride home. As we approached his house and got into his neighborhood, the appearances of the house started to get worse and almost seemed unlivable in. As we drove down, I started to think and later asked my mother, why was his neighborhood so different from mine? She told me the answer, and I wouldn't come to understand it until I got older. Homeownership is the ability to purchase a home by getting a loan or by the home being passed down by the family. Most minorities rent homes. Not the best for the renter, but it benefits the homeowner because of tax deduction. According to Gladman and Meyer, if you are a homeowner for 10 to 14 years, you benefit a return of at least 10% of the worth of your home. The more your home is worth, the bigger the tax benefit is. Minorities don't normally own their homes, so they don't get the tax benefits, and those tax benefits go to the homeowner, the person they pay rent to. Gladman and Myers explain that investment in home ownership outperforms 40% of stock and bonds. But how many blacks actually own their homes? How big is the difference between black and white homeowners? There is a big gap between black and white homeowners. The gap is determined as the difference between blacks who own homes and whites who own homes. According to UrbanGov, McCargo, and Strochek, 74% of white families own their homes in Cleveland, while only 36% of blacks own their homes in Cleveland. That's a 36% gap. In Akron, it's a 32% gap. While 71% of whites own their home, only 39% of blacks own their homes. Contributing factors to this includes colleges, job opportunities, and city sizes. But what are we doing to close this gap? There have been 6 different ways identified by Gladman and Strochek. And those are standardized lending practices, creating federal loaning programs, monitoring and supporting minorities in homeownership, researching and creating minority-friend loaning policies, invest in community development, and provide incentives for lenders to support minorities. These strategies can close and fix the gap. In closing, the data speaks for itself. In our largest cities, less than 35% of homeowners are black. In my own city, in my own backyard, there is a 32% difference in homeownership. What scares me is that I can see the data playing out with my own friends. But how can we stop this? How can we close the gap even more? How can we bring black families into wealth? One day, I don't want to have to worry about someone I know living in a bad home. I want to be able to live in the same neighborhood with them and be able to own my home alongside them. Thank you.